Hello everybody, this is Dr. Ntabi speaking and welcome to my channel once more. I am going to be doing a series where I'm going to be talking to you about the 10 soft skills you need to keep your personal brand professional. Today we continue with a soft skill number 6, which is your attitude and work ethic. Attitude is so important. I'm sure you've heard this before, that your attitude in life will determine your altitude. And again, I want to say this, your degree or your qualification can open a door for you, but your attitude can keep you going through the door and even take you to higher places. So yes, it is important to have hardcore skills, but then we also need a great attitude because we are working with people. We are not working with machines all the time. We work with people. And the best way to explain why attitude is important is I liken attitude to the oil. You know how when a machine is well oiled, think of an engine that is well oiled, it runs smoothly. But when there is no oil, okay, think of a door, for example. When your door doesn't have oil, it's gonna moan and complain. If you open it, it's gonna go clear, and when you close it, clear, it makes all those annoying sounds. And that's exactly how a person with a bad attitude does. They are like a door that is not oiled, or they're like a machine that is not oiled. They can't function properly. And if this machine doesn't have the oil, what happens in the process? It breaks down. So if you don't work on your attitude, you are gonna break down and you're going to break others around you, okay? And the worst thing is that people are going to avoid you. Nobody wants to go through that door because if you open it, it moans. It's a door, it's supposed to open and close. But why is it moaning and complaining? Right? So the same thing applies. If you are a colleague who has a bad attitude, it means that people will struggle to understand you. You are there to do your job, but instead of doing it, you are moaning and complaining, and nobody wants to work with that. So, and remember, in your work, there will always be challenges and there will always be setbacks. So your attitude is one thing that is going to help you to survive. When you have a great attitude, you will have resilience, and also you will be able to build strong relationships. So remember to always oil yourself with a great attitude. When a door is well oiled, it doesn't make noise when you open it. You can open it and close it, and nobody even has to know that actually you opened and closed it because it didn't make noise. People with a bad attitude are always making noise, always looking for attention, even when it's not needed. There's always something wrong that they see, so you don't want to be that kind of an individual. So go ahead and oil yourself with that healthy attitude. And how can you do that? Number one, you must ask yourself, what exactly are you working for? If you are not clear about why you are doing what you are doing, then it's going to be very difficult for you to keep going because challenges are there. Whether you have your own business or you are in your career or you're doing a bit of both or you're working in a community, in whatever space where you find yourself working, there will always be challenges. But if you know why you are doing what you are doing, you will definitely have the strength to keep going. So always know your goals, know the organizational goals, and at least ask yourself, how is what I'm doing now helping me with my goals? How is what I'm doing now helping me to fulfill organizational goals? Your answer is going to determine your momentum. It's also going to determine the speed at which you apply yourself. So it's very important. Understand what you are working for. Number 2, caring for others versus caring for yourself. Sometimes people think that for us to truly show that we care about others, is when we don't care about ourselves. People believe that if I want to prove to the community that I care about them, I must just do everything for them and do nothing for myself. When I am suffering because of what I'm doing for others, that means I am truly a saint. I am truly a good person. And nothing could be further from the truth. You must care for others just as you are willing to care for yourself. You cannot give to others what you have not given to yourself. And I know a lot of people who are so angry because they feel they have sacrificed so much for others. They have given so much in their marriages. They have given time to their husbands. They've given time to their colleagues. They've given time to build that company. They've given time raising their kids. And all of a sudden, there's no sense of appreciation, and therefore they are so angry. And my big question to you is, who told you to do that? You don't have to do that. So why did you do it? It's a wrong belief. Never ever be willing to do for others what you are not willing to do for yourself. Jesus even said it, love your neighbor as yourself. He didn't say love your neighbor and then wait for your neighbor to bring you the love that you gave to them. No, love yourself, and then after you love yourself, you love your neighbor. And when you have filled yourself with love, you're not going to be bothered whether the neighbor comes back to love you or not. You will just do the right thing. So it's very important that as much as you care for others, you also care for yourself. If you know how to give time to your husband, your children, and time for your work, you must also see to it that you give yourself time as well. That will empower your attitude. Sometimes an attitude of bitterness is stemming from a deeper hurt of unappreciation. So appreciate yourself. Remember that others will always treat you the way you are treating yourself. So if you appreciate yourself, they will also know to appreciate you. And number 3, if you want to build a great attitude, is you need to build trust. When you have trust, you are able to increase work morale. It's so easy for us to work together when we trust one another. I want to make an example with the crew that I'm working with. They said to me I should be here at a particular time. I didn't look for evidence. I didn't ask too many questions. I trusted them. They said, be here at this time. You're going to find everything set. So because I trusted them, I just drove here. No issues. But you can imagine if I didn't trust them, I was going to request proof. I was going to ask my lawyer to call them. Maybe I would come here with the security and go through all those hardships. But when you have trust, you are able to work better. And when others trust you, they are more willing to invest in you. And when you trust them, you are also more willing to invest in them. So when we have trust, there is a great attitude that exists amongst us. And with this great attitude, we can get so much work done. And then number 4, to build a great attitude, remember that your work by itself is a reward. I always tell people that if you are in a career space or you are in a business where true fulfillment only comes on the 31st of the month, chances are very high that you are in the wrong place or you are missing something. Payment cannot only come once a month. There's different types of payment. There's financial payment, but then there's also a payment in the form of fulfillment. Be in a space where what you do every day fulfills you, so that you don't drag yourself through the month just so that you can smile once a month. See to it that you smile every day. Smile for 30 days. Maybe smile more on the 31st, but be happy every day. You are at your work for 12 months, probably half a day. Every day, half a day, you are at work. You cannot afford to be happy only 12 times a year when you have 365 days. You owe it to yourself to see to it that you are involved in work that also energizes you and gives you a sense of fulfillment. So it's very, very important to practice gratitude. Be grateful that you have work. Be grateful that you are able to contribute. You have energy. And let income be a bonus. I know we all need income. We can't all work for free. There has to be an income. But all I'm saying is that if income is all that matters, you're going to have a wrong attitude in the office and people will pick it up. So all the best as you go back and you oil yourself with that great attitude. It will work for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please share this video with 3-4 other people. Like it, give me a comment below. Let me know how you are receiving this content and if it's working for you. Thank you so much for joining me once more. God richly bless you.